Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha! You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Trench's Funny Farm. Now isn't that wild? It changes to live chat once the show starts casting, regardless of what you've done. So folks, if you're not on the live chat, do switch that over. You'll be able to make sure that you pick up all the messages. And hello Prem, hello Bits and Pieces, and James. Who else do we see in our magic mirror? Hi honey!
Kind, unselfish, loving deeds.
Hello.
Well, you just wait. They'll find you yet, and when they do, they'll put you in the ASPCA, you mangy mutt. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm.
So I have,
beautiful
all the
time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take
but I do have Fizzgig here. Guess what today is?
What's today? Today is Fizzgig's birthday.
How did you know that?
I saw it on the calendar.
That's right.
Yes.
Today is Fizzgig's birthday. Yes. Yes, it has, Prim. The straight wasn't going to last for long. But yes, it is Fizzgig's birthday. She is 8 years old today. Making homemade salsa and zucchini bread. Yum. So she is 8 years old. 8 years young. Look at that. The sweet baby girl. She even got some birthday cake. Because we have a whole crap ton of it from Zachary's surprise birthday party yesterday. We were sent home with all the leftover cake, and so I gave the baby some today. She had some birthday cake. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You want some birthday cake. Oh, there she goes. That's the way to do it. How's it going, James? And Susie, what's up? Okay, what's going on? I'm getting like tons of notifications. Okay, so she's just like chilling out, sitting up here on my arm. Yeah? You good? You good? You gonna stay right here for a minute? So she's getting all the lovin's today. You want a cookie? You want a cookie? She is. I'm rubbing that belly. Actually, she likes it on her sternum. That's her favorite place. Is right there at the base of her sternum. That's where she. That's like her pause button. You want cookie? You want cookie? Mija, you want cookie?
There we go.
Oh, she's doing dances and everything. You want a cookie? You want a cookie? Yeah, okay, come get the cookie. Come get the cookie. Mija! You want a cookie? You want a cookie? Come get a cookie. Huh? Come get a cookie. Up here. There you go.
Oh yeah, so anybody that has missed out on it so far, you still have time right now. You can go to higgysigs.com and use coupon code FAMILYFIRST. That's family, the number 1, and ST, one word. for 30% off of everything at higgysigs.com. This is in lieu of our absence yesterday, as we were continuing our celebration of Zachary's 23rd birthday. And yeah, some great deals right there. Matter of fact, I have to be honest with you, I was really surprised when Jen pulled that 30% out of some orifice and decided to apply that.
I mean, it was only for 2 days, so I thought, let's make it kind of big. Because, 2 days, it's a quick sale. At least for us it is.
Yeah, so jump in there while you still can. It's only going until midnight tonight. That's midnight Eastern time. So about another, a little less than 8 hours left of that sale.
About 8 hours.
So there you go.
9 trays of sun-dried tomatoes. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Well, yeah, that was it. I hated canceling my show 2 weekends in a row, but what was going on last week? Oh yeah, we went to that thing at Peace Pipe last week.
That's right. And that was a lot of fun. I have to say, we burned up because they turn off the AC for all the competitions and stuff like that. But at the same time, we had a pretty good time hanging out with a bunch of folks out there, and a lot of money was raised for GSFA too. Yeah, and by the way, just in case you were wondering why there has been no formal announcement about that, that would be because the biggest part of the money that was sent directly via PayPal, there was no confirmation. It went to the wrong place. We don't know what the heck happened, but that finally was corrected. Yes, it's just been corrected. So we'll be announcing that probably tomorrow. So make sure everybody hears that. You don't make an announcement like that on a Sunday.
There was one big benefactor at the Peace Pipe. I guess we're not allowed to say who.
Sure.
Okay. Well, it was one of the board members of ETA. I didn't even know that one of them lived in Georgia. And he showed up, and I don't remember his name. It was John something.
Yes, John from Demand.
Okay, from Demand Vape. He's one of the board members of the Vapor Technology Association. He showed up, and at first he said he wanted 1,000 raffle tickets.
Well, he did say that he wanted 1,000 raffle tickets. Yes.
But I don't think he actually ended up getting any raffle tickets. I think he just said, here's $1,000. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think he was upset that he didn't get any raffle tickets. So, that.
Oh, I was out of that. Okay, I was looking after my dog. I brought Fizzgig with me. And she was very awesome, as she always is when I take her to events. I can't take Miha to events because Miha is a little bit crazy. She's a little kind of ADD. She doesn't think before she acts. She just does. And whereas Fizzgig is a little bit more trepidatious. I mean, like every step she takes is with trepidation. She doesn't wander too far from me. And she's not, she's kind of not an in-your-face kind of dog. Whereas Miha is. And if I took Miha places, I would lose her easily, because she's just crazy that way, and she runs. She's jumped out of a moving car before. She's jumped right after getting her from the vet when she had I think some dental work done, and she's still groggy from the anesthesia. I put them both in a shopping cart, and she literally jumped out of the shopping cart in the parking lot, did not land on her feet, landed on her side, and then got up and ran across the parking lot. She does not think. She's crazy. When I put her in the car, she's like, Fizzgig settles down, right? She just sits down and she's fine. She just likes to maybe look out the window. She just sits, or she sits between me and the door, and she's fine. Miha is all over the place. Miha gets down the floorboard, she gets on the seat, she gets up, she wants to look out the front window, she wants to look out the side window, she crawls in the back seat, she crawls up the back deck lid, she looks out the back window, she crawls back up front, she tries to get in your lap, she tries to look out the window. She's everywhere all over the car. She never settles down. So yeah, she's crazy. Fizzgig, on the other hand, is a much more mellow dog, and she is awesome to take places. So, and plus she loves everybody.
And hello, Herzine and Cassie, by the way.
Hi. So we walked into Peace Pipe, and she ran inside. First thing she did was ran around to everybody's shoes and sniffed them. If they were wearing flip-flops and toes were exposed, I'm pretty sure they all got licked. So, because that's just the kind of dog that, like, just like your children. Is that what your children are like? No wonder you're crazy. No wonder you're certifiable, because if I had kids like that, I would shoot them. No, Miha is crazy like that all the time. I mean, she's in the morning, like even at night, she gets down off the bed, she gets back up on the bed, she gets down, she gets back up, she gets down, she gets back up. She runs around the bedroom, she runs under the bed, she tries to crawl under the covers. When you get up and you're ready to leave the bedroom, she's so excited she starts to bark and she can't stop. And she's just crazy that way. Hi, Bam Bam. So, but Fizzgig is a much more mellow dog. Apparently, Defax frowns on shooting them. Whatever. I know, right? Yeah, I don't know if I can handle a kid like that. It's one thing to have a dog like that, but have a kid like that, whew. And Miha is definitely the instigator, which I think is funny, because Miha's getting older, and I think her hearing is starting to go, so she doesn't hear everything all the time. And, so she's not instigating as often as she used to. As a matter of fact, last night, she was passed out asleep on my lap, and Fizzgig was at my feet, and I had the other dog, Mary, was with me too, and the kids had left. And when they came back in, like, they walked in, they opened the door, they walked in, they closed the door, and like, Fizzgig noticed, and she kind of perked up, and she was looking, and Mary noticed, but, like, Miha didn't even, like, notice. She was passed out, so she didn't hear it at all. This Tyler in a nutshell, so your dog is probably bipolar, too. I can see that. Could you see that about Miha? I can see that. I don't know about bipolar, though. I think she's just constantly in a manic phase, so I don't know that she gets depressed.
She's as close as a cat as you can get in the canine world. And it's my belief that cats are constantly tripping.
I don't think that Miha's like a cat. How do you think Miha's like a cat?
Well, she has cat-like qualities, and she's constantly very curious, and
she's very curious. She's also very determined. She has this one little miniature, well, it used to be a miniature tennis ball. It's only about this big, so it's just the right size to fit in her mouth. But she's ripped all of the fur off of it. You know how a tennis ball has that kind of felt covering? She's ripped all the felt covering off, so now it's just a brown bouncy ball, right? And she has to have that ball every night. She usually leaves it on the bed, so that when she gets back up on the bed at night, she can play with it. But sometimes she knocks it off the bed, and it rolls under the bed, or it rolls over into a pile of clothing or something, and she can't find it. And she will spend hours looking for it. Almost to the point where I have to get up and look for it, because it's driving me crazy that all I hear is for like hours. That's right, I'm talking about you, baby girl. Yeah. Come here. Come say hi to everybody.
Yeah. And it does happen. By the way, did you ever put that banner up?
Nope. I can do that now.
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Keep going.
Oh, keep talking? So there's Miha, my crazy girl. She's crazy. You're so crazy. Can I have a kiss? Miha, can I have a kiss? Oh, what's on your face? Oh, presents. Tearing apart of it. Can I have a kiss? No? Can I have a kiss? No? Okay. Oh, she's so crazy. She's so crazy. That's my crazy, crazy girl. And this is definitely David's dog. Miha is a daddy's girl. There's no question about it. Aren't you, baby girl? What did we get the son for a present? We got him a sushi dinner. Very expensive sushi dinner. We took all. Oh, thank you, Shelly. I'd like it too. I'd call it the nectar of the gods. We actually got all of the kids together at the same time, which it hardly ever happens. So we had Shy and her boyfriend Bastion and Kai and Abby and the grandbaby Elena and Zachary and his girlfriend Lexi and my mom, and all 9 of us, 9 plus baby, went to a sushi restaurant, one of my favorite sushi restaurants, which I haven't been to in a couple of years, called the Happy Sumo, and and we had mostly sushi, but there were 3 people who ended up getting hibachi as well. Look, there's all the kids. Oh, you hid Elena. Wait, Elena's not over there. Where's Elena? Maybe
Where is Elena? That is a very, very good question. And I have a very, very good answer for that as well. Where is Elena? Where is Elena? Oh, there's Elena. There she is. Look at that.
Tell me you cropped the picture, please. I don't see it. I did. I took my grandbaby every chance. Oh, you didn't crop the picture! You're supposed to crop it so you don't see my fat belly.
Oh.
So, yes. There she is. That's my grandbaby right there. Oh, I love her so, so much.
Now this one, on the other hand, has Elena and all the kids.
There's David and his brood of children. So from right to left, or from left to right, you have Bastion, Shy, Kai, David, Zachary, Lexi, Elena, and Abby. And as you can see, a sea of clean plates. Everybody very, very much enjoyed their dinner, and it was pretty fantastic, actually. So it was expensive, but it was worth it. To have everybody together, and everybody having a good time, and everybody enjoying an awesome meal. So yeah, I'll be paying it off for a couple of months. It's gonna take a while to pay that puppy off.
Yeah, now my brood, as she likes to call it. Now that is definitely my brood right there. However, my family, getting my entire family together in one place, that happens even less frequently. That we end up with my sisters and all of that, and everybody except for Abby and Elena did make it yesterday. Now my parents weren't there. My parents would have just kind of sealed the deal with it.
I'm surprised that they didn't come. But
I was surprised they didn't come as well.
Invite them. Heather said she didn't invite them.
Well, there you go.
We didn't have any pictures of them yesterday.
No, but you know what? I do. You were asking me on my way out here, what was it that I was griping about, right? 5 565 megabytes. 565 megabytes. I did not realize how much or how large it was. But at any rate, I thought it might be kind of fun with the little crowd we have here to share what was sent to me this morning. Or actually, it was sent.
Brim, we didn't get a picture of Mom. She doesn't like to take pictures. She's really camera shy.
I do have a picture of the side of her head. Let's see.
Okay. What is that picture of me and Elena? Mom was behind me.
Yeah, one of them. One of them has a. Let's see. That's. Yeah, here we go. Which one is that? Yeah, this one. This one has just you can see Mom right back here beside or behind Jen. You can just see her ear.
You can see at the top of her head. I buzzed her hair, so that brown and gray head there above my head is Mom's head. Because she got tired of her hair and she asked me to buzz it a couple weeks ago, and so she's really loving the short hair.
Yeah, so now, but that large file size, on the other hand.
What is it?
That was actually Heather sent me an email this morning. During the process, you know there was actual filming going on, right?
Oh, yes.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so I actually had that. Now,
no.
She asked me last night to share this with everybody, and I have not yet. I have not shared it because you know what? I came home, I locked myself into position in my chair, and I stayed there. Now I stayed up later than I should have.
He went back to bed. He didn't go in any chair. He went back to bed. He's lying to you.
Wait, last night?
Oh, I thought you meant this morning.
No, last night. I should have gone to bed, but instead I sat up in that chair for a few more hours watching movies with Jen and Mom. Now today, when I got back from church, I immediately I ate breakfast with Jen and crashed out. And just woke
Until
up
about an hour ago, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because we did get Mom not caught up, but what we did is we introduced her to the Dark Knight series. She had never seen it before. So the Friday night, we watched Batman Begins. And then yesterday, we watched The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. So today, what we have planned is to introduce her to the DC Universe series. So we're going to start off with Man of Steel, and then we'll do Batman vs. Superman, and then Justice League.
No, Wonder Woman.
Right?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, no, then Wonder Woman, and then Justice League.
Right.
So we'll be introducing her to the DC Universe series as well. She really did enjoy the Dark Knight series. I absolutely love the Dark Knight. Batman Begins was good, and the Dark Knight Rises was okay. I think the Dark Knight movie was absolutely phenomenal, and would have launched Heath Ledger's career into big boy status like Tom Hanks and Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and I mean he'd have been right up there with the big boys because he did a phenomenal job as the Joker, and I don't think anyone could ever compare. Ever. So.
Okay, well, I tell you what. So I'm gonna be a bad boy, and I'm gonna show this video here first.
Well, if we have to give a little context, okay?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to do. But yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead.
For those of you who don't know, Zachary has been somewhat immersed in the entertainment industry. He's trying his hardest to, find his niche. He's done some acting, he's done some directing, he's done some writing, and he's still working on his niche, but he definitely has ideas for like short stories and short films. He's working on a feature film actually and a TV series that he's sort of doing on his own with like art students and whatnot, video students. And Heather, David's sister Heather, has a very kind of open house. It's kind of very modernly furnished, right? And so he likes to go to Heather's to shoot film, okay? And he likes going there because he's got enough open room, and like I said, the furnishings are actually kind of pretty modern and pretty funky. So he's got a great background for that. My house is not messy and not modernly furnished at all. So anyway, and it drives her crazy, she said, whenever he does film there, because it may only be 3 minutes of footage, but it takes like 8 hours, right? And during these 8 hours, they're like sort of confined to one part of their own house, because he's sort of taken over the kitchen and the dining room and the living room, and he, he's taken over parts of the house that she can't go into. And he'll sit there and he, films, and he says, cut. Okay, this was fine, but you were not doing this, or you need to be doing that. And, they film again. It's cut. Okay, now I need to feel more of this from you, and I need more energy here, and I need more emotion there, and cut. And he does this over and over and over and over and over again, and it drives her insane, as it should. So when she decided she wanted to sort of give him a taste of his own medicine, all right, and she wanted to film his surprise, but then she wanted to get him back for all of the hours he's driven her crazy by filming in her house. Now you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. The only DC TV worth watching right now, is definitely The Flash. I'm not a big fan of the Arrowverse. I think that Smallville spent way too much time dragging that whole thing. Will he fly? Will he ever fly? Thing.
He's gonna fly.
It's like, okay, yeah, it's been 10 years. Let the guy fly already. Why is he already employed at? Oh man, my head just went blank. At the Daily Planet, for crying out loud, and he's not flying yet. Why are he and Lois? Why do they even know each other? Why? Too many things that were just direct conflicts with canon or what have you, and didn't make any sense. The Lex Luthor connection was fantastic, but and Lex Luthor was very, very well played. So that, in my opinion, Smallville marked the beginning of the Arrowverse on the CW or whatever the hell it is. Okay, so moving right along. Here is Heather's video from yesterday. I didn't mean to do that. What the hell? Okay, here we go.
Zach's surprise birthday party, take one.
That's my sister.
Hi, Zach. Sorry about that, baby. Happy birthday. So glad you have to come.
kidding.
Oh,
I figured something was going on because I saw his ass come around the corner and I was like, something's up.
Cut. That was horrible. Zach, I did not buy the way you did surprise.
You didn't look surprised enough.
You really didn't. Let's do it again. Okay, the way you did that in unison was beautiful, Zach. We need a little bit more expression. I need to.
Does the thyroid eye disease not cut the surprise enough?
I need to believe you're surprised. Let's go back from the beginning. Lexi, you were great. Let's go back. Let's go back. Right through the door, okay? Oh wait, Zach, we are professionals here. Zach's surprise birthday party, take 2. Okay. All right, let's go outside. I want emotion, Zach. I want a lot of emotion, okay? She's committed to it. That's great. Action. Hi, son. Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Happy birthday, baby. Oh, surprise! Oh, cut! Zach, cut. Zach. All right, let's talk about this.
That's pretty fake, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I didn't buy it.
I was actually surprised
I
when
love the
I came in.
energy. The energy's so real. You wanted him to be surprised. I felt it.
I know.
But
I
Zach,
was actually surprised when I came in.
who's line? Who's line is anyway? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Do it like
Feel the surprise. Feel it.
Cabaret in slow motion.
Like, yeah.
Come on. Okay. Alexa, come be part of it. Zach needs surprise birthday party. Take 3. All right, let's go.
You're the closest
Back to the top.
one.
Back to the top. Back to the top. Back to the top. Okay.
This is hard.
Okay.
Maybe yawn beforehand.
Action.
No, because then we'll get cut and we'll have to redo our end.
Action. Hi, Zach. Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Happy birthday. Da, da, da,
Is this the slow-mo cabaret?
Cut. That was fantastic. You did that beautifully. Yes, I felt it. Zach,
I didn't
come
feel
on. You didn't feel it.
Let's do it again, this time like Broadway.
Broadway.
Broadway. Yes.
Jazz hands.
I love it. Jazz hands. Yeah, sing and dance.
Take
Zach's
12.
birthday party. Take 4.
We're not actually going to do this again, are we?
Yes. You got
This is all we're doing all afternoon, dude.
Let's go.
You expect a party?
Okay, now Broadway version. And action.
You even know what's going on?
Yeah, I helped you begin. Action. Oh, hi, Zach. So good to see you. So good to see you.
What are we supposed to do?
Yes, dance.
Thanks. Okay, can we stop?
Can we stop?
Can we cut?
Can we cut Zach's birthday party surprise? Are you
Cut the cheese,
surprised?
baby.
Huh?
Cut the cheese, baby.
Yeah, we're cutting the cheese.
Aw, happy birthday.
Yeah, check the gate, would you?
So there we go. That was Zachary's surprise and revenge from Heather. So there you go.
Yeah, that was so there you go, Heather. Yeah, she's pretty funny when she wants to be.
Now, just for the record, now Zachary has acted as an extra on. Well, apparently, he's featured on Insatiable several times.
And The Gifted.
Yeah. Now on Insatiable, On Insatiable, from what I gather, he's played several different extras throughout season 1, and this was actually one of his first gigs. It's now available on Netflix. I barely made it through the first episode though, so I don't know that I can watch now.
He's not in the pilot, so
not in the pilot.
We did watch the pilot, and it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, they say if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So
yeah,
it was.
Now he's.
It was.
Now on The Gifted season 1, the only times that you can actually see him on screen, he's mostly unrecognizable. However, he is coming back for season 2. His character that he played was killed off at the end of the season. So he's coming back as a new character in season 2. And he is also going to be featured in this one. He considers his, I think, the highlight of his extra career so far is that he is actually going to be doing jumping jacks in a scene in Infinity War Part 2. Yes, so
forgot about that one.
Yes, so that'll be next year. You can catch that at a theater near you. And he actually has screen time with Robert Downey Jr. So he was very pleased about that. He said he's a great guy. So
yeah, Cassie, they're doing a lot of production here. A lot, especially, I mean, down in Atlanta. I know they do a lot in Savannah. Yeah, they're Hollywood is slowly working its way east. I mean, it just doesn't seem like a lot of production is going. I mean, there's still a lot of production going on in Hollywood, but just so much of it has moved out of the area, and yeah, they brought it to Atlanta. For those of you who don't know, The Walking Dead is filmed almost exclusively in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There's lots of little 2-lane roads out in the middle of nowhere when you get down into South Georgia. It's pretty easy to find places down in South Georgia that you can film The Walking Dead. Hi, Sukul. And yeah, lots of oh gosh, I'm trying to think of what other things have been filmed here. But yeah, they've started putting on a lot of production stuff over here in Atlanta.
That's very true.
Dom says he's been on TV over 15 times.
Wow.
All of which was in the news. What did you do, Dom?
That's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, I've done a little bit of TV time myself with quartets and primarily with quartets.
The best one though, at least for me, was his quartet was hired near Christmas by a local news station to come in and sing, like sort of as the the intro and outro between the commercial breaks.
Bumpers or what have you.
Yeah, bumpers. And so his quartet, they were all there at the studio filming live to do the bumpers in between commercials, and or the bumpers before and after commercials, I should say. And it was funny because I got to work. I was working at CR Bard at the time, and I came into work that day, and I commented that he had been on TV that morning, singing with his quartet. And one of my coworkers went, "Oh my God, was that your fiance?" Because we weren't even married yet at the time. I was like, "Yeah, it was him." She's like, "I was so watching that." So, it was early too. You got started at like 5 or something that day.
Oh yeah. That's definitely the earliest quartet gig I've ever had. So yeah, it was definitely a nifty experience and very, very confusing. It's like, okay, do we start singing before the light comes on? Preferably the answer was yes, we do. And then at some point while we're singing, the light comes on and we're live.
Yeah, they wanted to make it look like y'all were sitting there singing the whole time, so they could just fade into the song and out. Yeah,
exactly. And no fun to have that, the pitch blowing as we're getting on. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
and for those of you who are fans of Stranger Things, Stranger Things is at least partially filmed here. Definitely this upcoming season is going to be filmed here, or is already been filmed here, because they're using the mall that David and I both hung out at when we were teenagers. Gwinnett Place Mall is the setting for the mall scenes in this coming season of Stranger Things, which it's about time somebody did something with that dump. So it was the place to be back in the 80s and 90s, but it's got a little dead. I mean, like, it's really dead. Like, you've never seen a mall so dead. It's just a shell. So they probably didn't even have to. It didn't even it probably, actually it's probably helped the area, because it's not like there was that many businesses they had to put out.
Hey, Peach, have him talk to Zachary. Zachary's producing some movies of his own. Now, I can't promise that they'll.
She wants paying gigs, okay?
It's not paying gigs. Not gonna kid
Devin
you.
wants paying gigs.
Yeah, but he has been working pretty hard on it and getting stuff done. It's been. He put out a. What was it? He put out
Trailer.
a teaser.
Teaser, yeah.
Yes, he made sure that we pointed out it was a teaser, not a trailer. Because it doesn't tell you jack.
It's just a bunch of people looking into the camera.
It really is. He gets his inspiration from the weirdest parts of Hollywood. I'm not going to kid you. Here is the link to the actual
teaser.
Corner teaser. Should I show them my version of it?
No!
I did. For those of you that go to see it and say, "What the hell?" I did take his trailer and modify it slightly, and I think that it gives better context.
Stop! It's not funny.
You thought it was. Devin is a paid actor now. Yes, I see. Oh, yes.
Actor. Yeah, that's something that can go away anytime, Peach, if you're actually serious about staying in the business. No, Zachary does. He gets a lot of his talent from art colleges, because those kids are always looking for projects that they can do for school projects that they can turn in for grades and whatnot, and they're more than happy to do it for free. Of course we get you.
Of course we do, Peach. And actually, honestly, now you might want to have a talk with Zach, or have Devin have a talk with Zach about where he's signing up to get all these extra gigs, because these extra gigs that he goes for, they are paid.
Yeah, but I think Devin is. I think he's signed up on Central Casting.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
I think Zachary signed up on about 3 or 4 of them. I could be wrong, but But at any rate, he may have a little bit of inside scoop on that, because he's done a reasonable amount of work over the last year and a half. You might want to talk to him. He might have a little bit of insight that could be helpful. Could be. Get these two teamed up, and that could be fun to watch too.
Yeah, I think he's got it covered. And for those of you who don't know, Peach's son Devin absolutely was in several scenes of a movie called the 1517 to Paris, I believe is what it was called.
Yes, and we actually were able to go for the special screening with the star himself, which was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We had a blast, yeah, that was even catered. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Catered?
Okay,
By
well,
Studio
Movie Grill. Still.
Catered. We had to pay for it. That's not catered.
Hey, I'm trying to pump this thing up a little bit. Come on. Come on.
But, well,
It's
no,
supposed to
I
be
mean,
supportive here, woman.
The 1517 to Paris was a good movie. It was a true story about an attempted terrorist attack aboard a train that was traveling. I can't remember where it was traveling from, but it was traveling to Paris from somewhere, obviously close by, and an attempted terrorist attack on the train. And the soldiers, the American soldiers that were aboard the train, stopped the terrorist attack and were injured in the process. And the actors the men who were the real life men that were on the train that stopped this terrorist attack were played by themselves in the movie. They wanted to recreate the event themselves, since they were there and had the most knowledge of it.
Funny you would say that, Cassie. Actually, I have tried to get him to go to school, to different training sessions with acting groups around Lawrenceville and Atlanta. And for the most part, he's actually dodged those, and he's told me, "Dad, I don't want to really act. That's not my thing.
Well, he
I'm wanting
used
to get in." Yeah, he used to, but now
he used to want to act. At first, he wanted to just be famous.
Yeah,
and then he decided he just wanted to act, and then he decided he wanted to direct and produce, and now he's into writing. So,
right, so
he's still finding his niche.
He did a lot of stage with the community theater and stuff like that in Birmingham, actually. He was actually one of the central characters in Pride and Prejudice on the stage there, which I'm insulted because we were never invited, but. Yeah, I think Mom actually has a recording of that somewhere, so I'm gonna want to see that. But hey, have a good one, Peach. but yeah, definitely. He more or less has he took an interest in it, and he started making phone calls and meeting people and getting involved as much as he can. And now he's knee deep, even though it's kind of the weird side of it. He's found his way in. It appears. So we certainly wish him nothing but the best with everything that he does with it. But
yeah, he definitely didn't have any formal training or anything. He's just sort of worming his way in where he can, which is certainly a path. And of course, every time he goes to these things, he meets more and more people in the industry, and you know what they say, it's all about who you know. Where did my dogs go? Oh, there's one. There's the other. Miha's buried underneath that blanket again, and his gig is just out in front here.
Yeah, so a lot of fun stuff with that. But yeah, But, oh, and one more time, folks, I figure I ought to remind everybody that right now, if you go to higgysigs.com, right now, you can save 30% off of everything. And that's everything. Using coupon code FAMILY1ST, family, the number 1, ST. And that will, that sale ends tonight at midnight Eastern time. So you've got a little bit less than 7 hours. A little bit more than 7 hours. Sorry.
I don't know where you map.
Huh? What's math?
Life goes on without me, 'cause
Yeah, that wasn't an option, Cassie. He had to be doing jumping jacks apparently during that scene, and apparently had to do jumping jacks half the day because of the takes they had. So I was pretty impressed with him on that one.
sad and lonely, want some sweet mama, come and take a chance with me, 'cause I ain't so bad. Get along, baby. Send a love song
Uh-oh.
all of the time. Keep it on the beat, on
What are you? Oh,
Well, it's a good uh-oh.
the boozy bop.
So there, I created a group on Facebook a while back just for my neighborhood because we were trying to find a place that we could communicate with our
talking about
neighbors.
the pears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
One of our
about to comment on
neighbors
that myself.
Just
Yeah.
posted in our group, in our Facebook group, that she has 2 pear trees in her backyard with plenty of fruit. We have given away a lot, but the tree has plenty more, so if anyone's interested in picking up some, just let me know. Thanks. And I'm going to say, oh my God, yes, yes, yes.
Heck yeah.
I think I'm going to love that post.
I was wondering the same thing, Cassie. We have not seen Mr. Aries yet today. Hopefully we will see him. Mr. Aries was of great assistance to us yesterday since we were at the surprise party and unable to do the usual spreading of the message. We did seek help from both Mr. Aries and Peach.
Yes. To spread the message around, we had the email scheduled to go out, and we had the Facebook post scheduled to post after the surprise happened. So that way, he wouldn't inadvertently get wind of it beforehand, which is why I had to wait so long. I wanted to cancel my show sooner than that so that we could launch the sale sooner, but then we might have gotten wind of it. So I scheduled it to post after the surprise happened, and then I needed Aries and Peach to share it around to all the groups so that everybody got their word.
Oh, wow. And Bits and Pieces picked 3 5-gallon buckets of pears for pear wine.
That sounds so good.
Wow.
Oh! We need to take a walk up there after the show's over. She's right at the right at the front, right, that stucco house in the front. Oh, that would be awesome. I love pears.
I got mine in before you.
Not according to my page. Not according to my page.
Oh, let's
You need to refresh.
I'm doing that. All right, who won? And my mysterious missing messenger decides now to pop up.
Yeah, according to mine, I've got in first. All right, so what's going on here?
Oh no, his motherboard went. Oh,
Yes.
I think I did hear something about that.
He sent me a message about it too. He's basically out of commission for a couple of weeks while they decide to either repair or replace it. So yeah, he's
Motherboard's
kinda
not under warranty?
It is under warranty, and it has amazing warranty on it, like a 3-year warranty on it. But they won't just send him out a new one. They have to decide if they want to repair or replace it. So he had to send it
Did
back
you catch
in.
what brand it is?
Asus.
Asus, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Asus motherboards. You can just, yeah, they any piece of electronics can fail on you, but Asus motherboards, you're not going to go wrong putting that into your system. Building your system around an Asus motherboard is never a bad idea.
Well, yeah, he said the warranty on it was amazing because it's like 2.5 years old or something. But
When you go and you pick up various motherboards and you actually examine them, I mean, just a surface examination of motherboards, okay, between Asus and other brands, you're going to find that the quality is much higher. You're not going to have, fresh solder spots, where they've rewired. Oops, they screwed up on the initial design, so we've gone and just rewired it on the bottom. Things of this nature. You're not gonna see that. You're not gonna see thin-ass motherboards. They have multiple layers to their motherboards. 12-layer thick motherboards. Just incredible stuff. Very, very well built. So yeah, no, it's definitely worthwhile to go for an Asus motherboard.
and apparently they have great warranties.
Yes, they do.
So,
And you don't
but
put
yeah,
you don't put great warranties on a piece of crap, you know.
right? Yeah.
You know. I'm sorry, Dumlong.
Oh, be nice.
Well, okay. I will say this about Acer. Acer, they are definitely better than some of the old pre-builts that I'm not a big fan of pre-built systems, but Acer, they build an okay system. It's not as proprietary as something like the old Hewlett Packards and the old was it Packard Bell? That's actually what I was thinking of. The old Packard Bells and stuff like that. They're not quite as proprietary as those. Now, Alienware makes one hell of a laptop. They're a bit on the pricey side, but
hello,
very well
Callie.
built.
I don't recognize your name. If this is your first time here, welcome.
Definitely. Hello, Callie. Good to have you here. And actually, it's funny that a new name would pop up right then, because you know what? You know what time it is?
No, I don't know what.
It is that time.
Well, usually we just like to give new people coupon codes.
Well, I mean, let's play first.
All right. So what's about to happen is that David is about to give you a trivia question. It will be something of current events. It will also be something silly and ridiculous, because David is often silly and ridiculous. So go ahead, get another tab up and get your Google Foo fingers ready. Type type in the question, find the correct answer, be the very first person to put the correct answer in chat, and you will win your choice of coupon codes, courtesy of higgy6.com.
Well, Callie, I have to say that you are in the right place. If you like to play, you are with the right people. There we go. Well, that's okay, Primitive Farm. You can still open a Google tab, I'm sure. And so, we are going to go to Waterville, Maine, where Bali's famous Franks has incited anger, apparently, all around the world. For doing what? What did they do to piss people off around the world?
Hot dog?
Bali's famous Franks. Now, Aries isn't here to, nice, Prim. Aries isn't here to bail everybody out.
Oh, apparently that's not what they
So
did.
somebody's going to have to look it up. No, they didn't shorten their wieners.
Because that would piss everybody off, I imagine.
Apparently not as much as this move. Cassie, that it looks like it might have been a bad case. Hi, Creed. Yo, 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 yo. There you go, Cassie. Exactly. Yes, indeed. They have upset folks for changing from a crinkled fry to a straight fry. Yes, to a straight cut fry. Now, they say that the change was a financial decision because the crinkle cut fries require special blades that need to be bought monthly. She said many people felt the new owners were changing the tradition at Bali's, which has served crinkle cut fries since it opened in 1962.
1962, really?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
What are you, a wedding invitation? So, why, thank you, Creed. Not $65 off, sweetheart. You get 65% off, Cassie. Big difference there, sweetheart.
Yes, indeed. Hey, all right, Osman. Love to hear that. Or 70-ounce man, excuse me. Yes. Yeah, and you know, let's go ahead and while we're at it, and notice that Callie did come in right after Cassie, so I think we should offer something to Callie as well.
I think we should offer something to Callie as well. So, Callie, here's the thing. We offer you two different types of coupon codes. One of them is 65% off your order of the juice. The other is a $1 sampler pack. So you can get the sampler pack, which is 3 10ml bottles, 3 different flavors, for just $1. No shipping costs, just $1. $1. So which coupon code would you prefer to have? The $1 sampler pack or the 65% off your order?
Oh, and by the way, the co-owner, Leslie Parsons, says that despite the criticism, 99.9% of its customers are awesome. Hi, Dolores. No, we canceled yesterday's show because of this surprise party. Yes.
Yes, just yesterday. We're around today, though. Couldn't cancel it today. Although I kind of want to cancel and go up and get those pears.
now let's also remind everybody that right now, let's see, is that Higgy? Is that right? Don't forget that you can go to higgysigs.com right now and use coupon code FAMILYFIRST, that's family, the number 1, and ST, one word, to get 30% off of every freaking thing until midnight Eastern time tonight. So there you go. Oh, what should you pick, Callie? Well, I don't ask us. I would ask everybody else. But tell us what is your flavor profile? What do you like? What's your favorite flavor?
You see who came down? Mary came down. Oh, don't
Hey,
land on your
Stuart.
sister.
Welcome back. No, I don't suppose Stuart has received his coffee yet.
I don't know. I doubt it, but we can ask. So Kelly hasn't decided yet. Creed, we have not restocked on t-shirts. We were gonna get in a couple of those sizes the next time we restock t-shirts. We just haven't had the extra to do so yet. So, oh yeah, I'm a fruity person too.
Yes, she is. She definitely is. I am not, but Jen definitely is. So there you go.
I could see. Well, I can just go in and check the tracking, I suppose, and see if it has arrived yet. Let's go see. Let's do some internet stalking here, shall we?
Yeah, I figured as much. I am getting excited about it though, Stuart. I'm anxious to hear what you have to say. And yes, I do see that.
See what? Oh.
Peanut Butter Buster is mine, bitch. Key lime ice cream is mine. What the? Fix that bitch now.
Oh, Creed is loving his Gen 3 with the Higgy logo on it. That's awesome.
Oh, I love to hear that too.
Okay, so Callie, Echo Camp.
Oh shoot!
What?
I think I might have to be making a drive. I'm gonna double check right now.
What are you talking?
Yeah, and let me see.
Okay, so Cassie and Callie, I am going to put a link in the room. Actually, I'll even tag you guys in it so that you see it. All right, I'm going to put a link in the room to a Google form. Please go to that Google form, fill it out. Your coupon code will be emailed to you. For Callie, you should know that you do need to have a registered and approved account with us, which will require you uploading a picture of your ID, but we don't actually keep those on file. Oh, look at that. It didn't actually tag you in the post.
Hey, that will be fantastic, Stuart.
We don't keep those pictures on file or anything. We simply verify your name, your birth date, and then we delete the file from your account. So don't worry about that. All we're doing is checking your name and your birth date. If you want to cover everything else up except your name and your birth date, I'm okay with that too. We just need to show that we're doing our due diligence and not let anybody under the age of 18 shop with us. So, but yeah, Callie and Cassie, please go to that Google form. And congratulations. And Ivy said hi to me. Hi, Ivy. You're so cute.
And by the way, surprise of surprises. For 2 days in a row now, my coffee has been out for delivery.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so chances are I get hold of my 10 pounds of Honduran coffee tomorrow. So something to get extremely excited about, because that means that if I can get hold of it early enough tomorrow, I could be roasting up a batch tomorrow and have it on the site by Wednesday or Thursday. Wow.
Oh my.
So, yeah. Oh no. I don't know. I didn't place my order for my half-pound bags yet. I better do that.
Yes, you better do that.
So I'll go ahead.
Because that's what we're going to start out with, selling half pounds at first.
I think so. I think that's the best route.
We'll work our way up, guys, but we need to start out small at first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll definitely be doing that, and we'll start off with half pounds, which will also be pretty decent on the shipping for you.
Well, no. I mean, for domestic, it won't change, but actually 8 ounces is exactly where the rates change. So, you'd have to account for the weight of the bag and the weight of the packing material. It's going to be over 8 ounces. So, if you wanted it to be, it might have to be 7 ounces.
6 ounces would be, you do everything in even numbers in coffee.
It might even be 6 ounces if you want it to be the first tier shipping. So.
Okay, all right. See, this is a good conversation to have. So yeah, I could do that.
That would have, that's what you'd have to do if you want it to stay under 8 ounces. I had coffee vanilla with cream yesterday. Cool. Yeah, we could finish developing that French vanilla flavor too. What? Too bad Higgy Bucks won't apply to the coffee. I think it will. Will it?
What's that?
Will Higgy Bucks apply to coffee?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for right now, we're going to be experimenting, and we want your feedback. We want your feedback on everything, like the different coffees, the different flavors, and everything. That's one of the reasons why we want to do half pounds. Because we don't want it to be a huge financial commitment to you, so that we can get the feedback. We started off with the Nicaraguan coffee. Now we're moving on to Honduran coffee. I'm not sure where he's going to go next. Maybe Brazil or Italian, or I don't know what he's going to do next. I hear you, Shelley. Well, I don't hear you there because I've never actually broken my foot, but it sounds painful. You don't like coffee flavors? Well, that's okay too, Kelly. We're experimenting right now.
Yes, we are.
We are out of several sizes. Yes, we still have some larges and extra larges left, I believe. But I think that's about it. We need to. It's kind of a big investment. Can't drink the strong stuff. David does not do dark roast either. He's keeping these at a medium roast.
Yeah. I mean, there's a time and a place for dark roast. Don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for it. These beans are not those times. No charbuck stuff, no over roasted stuff.
Oh, Stuart's asking you a question.
Yes,
Would it be
maybe.
best made in a cafetiere or a percolator? I'm not sure what a cafetiere is.
Okay, now, when I Googled cafetiere, I pulled up a French press.
Oh, okay.
Now, let's
That's
see.
what we call them.
Yes, a French press, also known as a cafetiere. Okay. You really can't get better coffee than from a French press, except maybe with an AeroPress. So, I mean, a French press is the best way to do it. Basically, what you want to do is put your grounds in there, let them sit for about next to boiling water for 3 or 4 minutes, and then push that thing down.
I don't know how.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The longer you let it sit, the more flavor you're gonna have. Of course, you don't want to let it go cold or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, that just now percolator is better than an automatic coffee maker. Okay, it does produce better coffee than a standard automatic drip. But a French press has been considered for years to be the best coffee around. And like I said, the AeroPress, if you've seen the AeroPress, I decided to pick one up when I picked up my first 3-pound bag of coffee here over the past couple of weeks. And that makes a damn good cup of coffee. Dolores, gotta have the occasional one in there, you know?
Aw, you promised.
I promised what?
That you wouldn't play these during our casts.
I did not. I did not promise I would not play them during the cast.
Okay, you promised you wouldn't play during the auction, and you broke that promise, so I think you need to never play it on casts ever again that I'm on. I don't want to be a part of this.
Cassie...
Dolores,
now,
I could log into our Spotify account and change.
it's not playing right now. So, Cassie, I do use my Keurig a lot. I use one of those DIY cups. I prefer to put a filter in. I'm out of filters currently, but but you put a filter in there, and it makes a perfect cup of coffee every time. Still not as good as the AeroPress or a French press, but it's a lot faster. So when you're getting up in the morning,
wasn't working for you.
no, I got it to work. I got it to work just fine. It actually, what had happened, the second batch of coffee I made. Now, and here's where I cannot rule out that it didn't come out somewhat okay. When I took apart my grinder, I apparently did not put it together properly, and the coffee ended up with some rough grinding, and as a result, the coffee came out like complete crap. And I found this out when I went to grind some other coffee, and it came out like crap too. So yeah, the grind is very, very important. Don't ever use a blade grinder. Always use a burr grinder. Yeah, I mean, I believe this to the point that I would tell you that nothing is better than fresh ground coffee. Okay, but at the same time, if you're using a blade grinder, you are better off having it ground for you.
Oh, and Stuart, when you get your package, it's gonna smell so good.
Oh, it does smell good.
It comes through the bag, it's so good.
That's exactly right. Yes, it will permeate. Some amazing things I've learned in this roasting process. For example, people have been talking to me about how, man, your house must smell good when you roast these beans.
Yeah, not as much. I mean,
not at all. As a matter of fact, it smells burnt. It smells burnt. When they're initially done, there is nothing particularly pleasant about it at all. It just smells burnt, and then and it smokes up the place, and I can smell
Didn't know
it.
that.
Yeah, and then I open up the window and air it out and all of that
Awesome.
before I even start cooking. So or start
awesome.
roasting. But the thing is that no, it doesn't smell particularly great. Then a few hours later, the beans, after they've cooled off and all of that, they start.
And they've been infused.
Infused or not, they start smelling like a very dark roast. They put off the smell of a dark roast, and then a few hours after that, they start to smell like the proper roast, and that's when then that gets stronger, and yum. Yeah, and then when you grind those up, that's when, the smell permeates everywhere. You're absolutely right with that, Cassie.
Oh wait, I don't count. Conway, actually, that was a suggestion made to me by Vic. He was watching one of my DIY shows, and he suggested it. And being an American, I had no idea what the hell a Knickerbocker Glory was, so I had to look it up. And I found a recipe for it, and I adapted the recipe to an e-liquid and made it, and I sent some to Vic, and his response was, and I quote, "Nailed it." So, and the cool thing about it is that if you crank up the wattage, the meringue comes out. Like, when I first did it, it tasted good, but I really kind of wanted to taste more meringue. So I redid it, and I added more meringue to it, and it ruined the flavor. So I went back to the original amount of meringue, and David actually suggested me, he said, try cranking up the wattage. And I did crank up the wattage, and I was like, oh, there it is. So, yeah. You think it needed more wattage. So, yeah, if you crank up the wattage, the meringue comes out more the higher your watts are. And that really surprised me too. I thought adding a little bit more meringue, and it wasn't even like that much more meringue, just a little bit more meringue, and it totally threw everything off. Like it just ruined it. But yeah, keeping the meringue where I had it, and then cranking up the wattage was, yeah. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I get that too, Cal. I don't like super high wattages. I stick around 65. That's kind of my happy space. My happy place is 65.
Yeah, I found since starting to use these mesh coils that I'm actually stuck in the lower wattages myself. I'm currently running at 54 watts, and I have been told that this thing is a beast at 70 watts, but I have tried cranking it up beyond 54, 55 watts, and I don't like the taste. So guess what?
David has discovered he doesn't have to vape at 140 watts anymore.
Not with the mesh coils. Not with the mesh coils. Now, I'm going to step aside momentarily. I will be right back, honey.
Okay. So yeah, and of course that also depends, Callie, on your ohms resistance on your coils. David does like to use much lower ohms, like, you know, down around the 0.1, 0.12 range. How do you get your TFE12 prints to work? I got one. I can't get it right no matter what I try. Actually, he's not using his prints anymore. I mean, he sort of has it as a backup, but he was having some trouble with it leaking, and he really wanted to try the fire loop mesh, and so he's been using the fire loop mesh. Yeah, if you use it, I like to my ohms. I like to hang around 0.26, 0.27. So you don't need nearly as many watts to kind of achieve the same level of flavor and vape when you use higher ohms. So that can greatly affect your wattage. You know, some people will be like, yeah, I'm vaping at 350 watts. But yeah, when you're vaping at 350 watts on like a 0.06 coil, it's sort of the same as vaping on a 0.3 at 50 watts. So you got yourself a $45 drip tip. I mean, ask David when he gets back. I mean, he liked it better than the TFE 12. I know that. He liked the bubble tank about it, and he liked the coils. He felt that he reduced his wattage a lot, actually. He was vaping the original TFE 12 at like 140 watts, and he dropped down to like 105 watts with the prints. He felt that it hit a lot harder. But ask him if he ever got that leaking problem under control, because I'm not sure if he was ever having trouble seating the coils right or what. So that's definitely a question for you. So, but yeah, I mean, he still has it, and he'll still use it. It's certainly not an unusable device. I have tried the Q4s and have the RDA4 too. Did nothing. I think he was using. I know he was using more coils than that. It wasn't the quad. It was like either the octo or the. Is there like a 12? I think. Is there a 12 for the prints? Don't remember. See, it's not my device, so I can't speak intelligently about it. And I heard the door, so I know he's back. Chicken is now in the oven, and I'm freaking pooped. I know, but she had been sending me pictures behind the scenes of all the food she's cooking tonight, and I have half a mind to drive to Indiana now and go have dinner. I have noticed there are many different Nick brands. I have been using Nick Select from Nick River. They don't carry it anymore. Do you have... They don't carry it anymore? Really? Really? Oh, wow. Really? I need to go check this out. Now that you're back, could you talk to Dolores? She said she was having trouble with her Prince tank, and could you tell her about any of the troubles you may have had with yours and what you did to fix it?
I haven't had any problems with my Prince tank.
Oh, I thought you were having trouble with it leaking.
I mean, it does have to be tight. The main problem that I had with my Prince tank was the coils. The manufactured coils just seemed they were intermittently bad and more often bad than good. And I think actually the wattage issues that I had were more related to the mod I was using, actually. as you experienced as well. Right?
I never had the Prince tank.
No, you didn't have the Prince tank, but you used that mod.
Oh, I did use the mod. Well, the mod was I don't want to say anything necessarily bad about it because I know Creed is loving his. I didn't like it. I didn't like the.
But it had a thing where it would jump. It would jump with the wattage a good bit. Yeah. Now, Dolores, I have been told, and I have not tried it yet, but I have been told that the key to the Prince is to go with the mesh coils. The new mesh coils are supposed to be absolutely rock solid. Now, that's what I'm being told, and I have now been told that by several sources. I'm going to try it. And see how that works out. But currently, I have a set of mesh coils for this tank, so I'm going to stick with this for now. But my next set of coils will probably be mesh coils for the Prince. They are.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, Dolores, they're super low ohms. You're right, but at the same time, they put off as much flavor, they put off as much vapor. I don't know how. It's like some magical gnome in there producing extra vape for you, as if it's running at 120 watts or 150 watts. It's kind of amazing, actually. I highly recommend trying out the mesh. You won't complain. You might complain at first, but then you'll be like, well, and it's not too cool. It's a reasonably warm vape, but it vapes like it's at 120, 130 watts, but I'm running at 54. And Jen hasn't stopped complaining about my vapor production, so...
I only complain when you get obnoxious about it in places you shouldn't be. It's not right.
She gets upset when I sit on the front pew at church and start putting off clouds.
Okay, you never do that. But you will do it like when you shouldn't be. Just.
I mean, does that look like 54 watts?
It's not a very courteous vapor sometimes. So, hi, Panther!
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think the main problem with that is the manufacturer's coils for the standard coils. Like I said, I've been told the mesh coils are much better quality. Yes, dear. That's not exactly metal either. That's not metal. Oh, let's see.
So, you know what? I see these people talking about their gardens, and I wish I had the time and patience for a garden. Actually, Bits and Pieces said the garden is putting off so much on my second batch. I'm on my second batch of tomato sauce, 2 batches of salsa, 9 trays of sun-dried tomatoes, 2 double batches of zucchini bread, and 1.5 gallons of pears. All from stuff that you just grew. Like, how cool is that?
Hello, Aries. Great to have you in. We were afraid we wouldn't see you at all today.
And we would totally understand. But wow, that's so cool to have like just food in your backyard. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't have the time or energy to tend to a garden, but I love garden tomatoes. What kind did you plant? I was unaware that there were more than 1 kind of tomato.
So, it does look like I'm going to have my 10 pounds of coffee tomorrow. So I'm going to probably go ahead and start getting some coffee roasted. And the thing is, now for those of you that don't know, the way that I'm doing it right now is that I'm using a cast iron skillet. Now, the reason why I'm using a cast iron skillet is that this is the most fundamental method out there. This allows me to get very familiar with every phase of the bean. Get down and dirty with it and know what can go wrong, when it's ready to go, etc. And from there, begin to determine what the best method is going to be going forward, because there's so many methods available for roasting beans, and not to mention we're going to have to sell some beans in order to invest in the best ways, although I am leaning towards rotisserie at this point.
Rotisserie sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that it may be something that I can easily set up on our back porch as well. Yeah, then I don't have to worry so much about airing it out and all of that good stuff. So, and then when it's raining, I can still be out there roasting beans. Yeah, see, I've been thinking this through. I've been doing a lot.
Cold in the wintertime, though.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I don't know, I might have to throw on a coat. Oh, no. Yeah, see, Dom Long, the big drum roasters are out there, and I've seen some fantastic ones. I'm particularly fond of the concept of the air roaster, the air roasting drum. This uses hot air to roast the beans, and then in the process, when this thing reaches, I think it's 150 degrees. The chaff starts coming off and being blown off by the hot air, and it collects into a big trash can, so you can do, I think, 100 pounds at a time in some of these large roasters, but they cost a little bit of money, just a little bit of money. What's that?
Oh, I'm discussing what Granny's would do to Aries if he tried to commandeer her computer. Dolores said she would eat him, and I was like, I don't know. She's a really tiny person.
At this point, I would be happy with finding the best ways to do about 10 pounds at a time, something like that, 5-10 pounds at a time. My current cast iron skillet will allow me to do 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds comfortably. I think I could get by with 2 pounds. So I can do 2 pounds at a time. Beyond that, I'm going to be looking for other options. And like I said, I think rotisserie is going to be the best route to take. Old gas cloth dryer. Hey.
Clothes dryer. Just throw them all in there and let them tumble around on high heat.
Yeah, I mean,
they'd probably get evenly roasted then.
There's something to be said about it. It's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Not the worst idea.
I don't know if it gets hot enough in a dryer, though.
Well, it needs to be. I generally between 400 and 450 degrees Fahrenheit is the starting point.
Oh, bits and pieces just became your best friend.
Yes, indeed. Jamaican Blue Mountain is some fantastic coffee. And actually, I have found
If
a
we
few
were to
deals
get
on
that
some.
one, we might have to raise the price a little bit.
No, we'd have to raise the price a lot for Jamaican Blue Mountain, and I am not going to infuse that with vanilla nuts. No, just not happening.
Hi, Roger, what's up? Yeah, no, Jamaican Blue Mountain is definitely David's favorite.
Dolores, I will not be starting off with Jamaican Blue Mountain because I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with a light roast before
He
I
would
do that.
kick himself if he actually ruined a batch of Jamaican Blue Mountain. Like,
Yes, I would.
he wants to be super comfortable that he knows all the ins and outs of roasting the beans, and that he could do it in his sleep before he even attempts to butcher a batch of Jamaican Blue Mountain. Because, like, yeah, no. That's like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Before I go to Jamaican Blue Mountain, I'm going to be damn good at this. And I'm getting there.
You don't give a 3-year-old a chainsaw to work with, you know, like, you want to make sure that, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I do anticipate that my next batch of Jamaican Blue Mountain will not be pre-roasted. I can tell you that already.
And Aries says, Dave, Aries is blue, what's the top? Phatic? Top? Top? I don't know how to So, but yeah, Jamaican Blue, that's sort of his white whale.
That's a Sumatra bean?
Oh, he doesn't do dark roast.
No, hold on. That's not true, because I like iced coffee with dark roast. Sumatra Blue Batak. Here's Peaberry. Let's see, complex, deep, pungent, caramel, sweetly tart red grapefruit, freshly tiled clay, moist pipe tobacco, and aroma and cup. Admired for their complex earth fruit and aromatic wood notes that result largely from unorthodox fruit removal and drying practices called wet hulling. This coffee is particularly intense and particularly refined example of the type. This sample consists entirely of pea berries, which is a smaller one. I've been dodging the pea berries so far, but
Hi, Jerry.
Okay, so I know most of the Sumatra that I've seen previously was Mandeli, but this is Sumatra Blue Batak. So interesting. I'm from the Batak tribe who live together in architecturally distinct homes with pointed roofs and upsweeping roof ridges. Interesting. Very interesting. Don Long, I'm not much of a hunter, so you know, I have tried deer jerky, and I think it is fresh deer jerky is some of the most amazing stuff you can ever get your hands on. But no, I you know, one thing I'm not going to tell you folks is that I am a fantastic cook. Okay, I'm learning the art of roasting coffee. And I can bake a pretty mean pizza, which I haven't done in years, and I can bake some. I can fry some chicken. I can fry some mean chicken.
He claims he's a master on the grill, but he hasn't really grilled a whole lot for me yet. So.
There you go. So yeah, and I've been looking at the option of. Should I get a good gas grill and get a rotisserie on a grill? But I'm thinking, no, I shouldn't. I should get a separate rotisserie because I'm going to end up having to get 4 or 5 of these things eventually and line them up and have multiple batches running simultaneously. So, yeah, you see where I'm going with this?
I do.
Yeah, Dolores, I have a very, very high metabolism. And I have actually filled out a good bit. I believe it or not, I was skin and bones when Jen met me the first time.
Well, that was back when we were teenagers.
Well, you were a teenager. I was in my 20s.
You were 19.
No.
That's still a teenager.
Okay.
I was 18. You were 19.
Where are you?
Might have been 20.
Oh.
Yes. She just posted on my timeline. You
Oh,
gargantuan, huge tomatoes.
Wow,
In your
look at
hand.
that. That's a beefsteak tomato. Nice. Wow, that's a nice size. For those of you who did not, who are not on the Higgy Sigs Facebook, I'm putting that up right now, I think.
Wait,
And
you are?
Yep, I am.
Facebook
I am indeed.
Okay.
And you can you go there. Be sure to like our Facebook page and check out Cassie's picture of a tomato. Holy
Giant
crap.
tomatoes! Attack of the killer tomatoes!
No doubt. We're talking tomato this big. Wow. Yeah.
Bigger than a grapefruit.
Yeah, I wouldn't need more than one, Dolores. You're absolutely right. But yeah, some really, really good stuff there. Yeah, and don't forget to go to higgysigs.com while you're at it and use coupon code FAMILYFIRST to get 30% off of everything until midnight tonight. Yes, that sale runs till midnight tonight, Eastern time. So, yes, 6 hours and 11 minutes and some change. Don't forget to give it the Nick warning. That's right, Tyre. Because there is nicotine in that tomato, you betcha.
Yeah, there sure is. I'm still thinking about those pears.
I know you are.
Pears are awesome, though. I mean, really. Pears are, pears are awesome. I don't have enough pears. You have some mean, hot, and J peppers as well. Oh, see, look at all you people with your gardens and shit. Damn. I think that's awesome.
So yeah,
Well,
I
don't
think
have the time for this shit.
I think that the 6 ounce sounds like a good number to go with. 6 ounce. Start off offering 6 ounce bags of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds really good. I do have
Keeps
the
shipping down.
yeah, and I had the half-pound bags coming in. Yeah, that will keep it at first-tier shipping.
Harry says, I've got a garden too. It's called the produce section at the grocery store.
Damn straight, Aries. That's mine. And I'll
That's
tell
our
you,
garden too.
Yeah. And sometimes
And it has
the can
everything
aisle,
in it.
Sometimes the canned aisle or the freaking
Everything.
frozen aisle.
Like, it has lettuce and squash and zucchini and cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. It has spaghetti squash. It has everything in it. Tomatoes and apples and cherries and bananas. Like, oh, we have the biggest garden ever.
Now, Aries, you're going to be a little disappointed in Jen. The other day, we were at Goodwill, Okay, and I look over, and what did I see? But a pasta maker. Yes, a pasta maker.
It was like an old pasta maker.
Yeah, but how often do you see something like that inside of a Goodwill, for crying out loud? I was like, oh, maybe we should get this. And she said, I don't know how the hell to use it. I'm like, yeah, there's not going to be any YouTube videos on that or anything like that. But we didn't get it. Yes, we're talking a full-on pasta roller. That's exactly right.
It was really small. It was like this big. I'm not even sure how it worked.
It was heavy
if it
too.
worked. It was really heavy.
Yeah, it was well built.
I mean, I do love homemade pasta. I have had homemade pasta. It's delicious. I mean, really, it's yum. I don't know if I would take the time to do that. I don't know. I don't have time for jack shit.
Damn, that is very true. Well, we didn't get it. We didn't end up getting it. I'm just a little bit heartbroken about it because...
Callie, okay, I have to tell you this. Okay, our neighborhood is off of, like, there's like a main...
That's probably true. Probably what happened here.
Oh, okay. So our neighborhood is a side street off of a really big main street. Like, it's like 5 or 6 lanes across. It's a really big main road, right? And up on the main road, there used to be a lot of these smaller shops that were all owned by the same family. It was called the Kennerly family. They had a gas station, a grocery store, and a mechanic shop, and you know, just a bunch of these little shops, right? Well, and apparently, and I didn't even know this actually, that behind all those stores that were up on the road, there was like a compound basically that was built. The Kennerly family all lived down in there. Like, they had their own little commune down there, where they had all their houses, and all of the family lived there. They all lived together, and they had their own little community back there. And apparently somebody came along and they bought the Kennerly land. It was like 54 acres. And they bought it for like, I don't know, like $50 million or something. I don't remember how much it was, but it was a lot. They bought it from the Kennerly family, and they tore everything down, and they built a giant supercenter. It's got a Walmart, it's got a Home Depot, it's got, I mean, there's I don't even know how many shops are in there. I mean, there's all just a ton of stuff. They built an IHOP, they built a bank, they built CVS, CVS was already there actually, but they built there's a gas station, and there's just a huge amount of stores and shops, everything you could possibly want in this one shopping center. Well, this land literally butted up against our neighborhood. So it's, when I say I'm 2 minutes away from Walmart, I'm actually not even exaggerating. There's literally like a line of trees and a fence that separates our neighborhood from the Walmart property.
Very true. Very true. Wow. Oh, wow. I did not know those could be used for coils. Oh, wow.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could shoot a BB gun and hit Walmart. Absolutely.
I could spit on Walmart from my front door.
Yeah.
Maybe from my back door. My front door faces the other direction.
Yeah. So it's I know the kids enjoyed walking there.
They walk there. Yeah. I mean, there's so much that's literally within walking distance of our house. I mean, there's another shopping center across the main street that has a Kroger in it, and so much more. You know, and there's like every fast food place you could think of that's within walking distance. There's doctor's offices and Pet Boys and an AutoZone, and and restaurants, and I mean I am in such a built-up, congested area. It's crazy, actually. But our neighborhood is kind of secluded from all of it, which is kind of cool. I'll see what I can do here.
Yeah, so this is going to be some fun stuff coming up. We're going to start ramping up the same way that we did our e-liquid, quite frankly, folks. When we started doing e-liquid, we were buying those teeny tiny little bottles initially from Amazon. You know, we buy little bitty bottles, and then we started doubling the sizes and ordering straight from manufacturers. And next thing you know, we're buying gallons of flavoring, and we're buying drums of PG instead of gallons. PG and VG and nicotine, buying it straight up. So yeah, taking the same process that we did for this, for the coffee now, buying 10 pounds. You folks buy that stuff up quick enough. The next time, maybe I'll be buying 20. Maybe I'll be buying 50. I don't know. We'll see. Well,
I think you probably need to stick with 10, at least while you're still kind of deciding on which brands you want to carry.
Well, no. What's going to happen is that for now, we are going to be having a particular bean coming in right now. We're not going to specify a particular bean for the Nilla Nuts infused or the straight up. It's basically going to be the bean of the week or what have you, right? And that's what's going to be available. And then as we move forward, I'll be developing blends. We're going to have all sorts of good stuff coming. What's this?
Oh, Aries said that the live cast on the Vaping Legion Network from last night is available for replay on YouTube. I asked him to send me the link so I could share it with you guys. And he said apparently Alu and GSFA were brought up a time or two.
Very nice. Very nice.
I hope in a good light.
Good deal. If you have a link, yeah, definitely. We'd love to put a link
I'll see if I
for
can
that.
find it, actually. Since
There you go.
Let's see if I can find it.
All right. And our song is fading out, so do we want to wait for you to get that up there?
Well, yeah, I want to put see if I can find it. Okay. Let's see here.
Oh, I might have to play a bonus song if you.
No, just keep talking, okay? Just don't get all crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can always play one song or something.
Okay, here's streamed 17 hours ago. That sounds like the right thing. So here we go. I got it. Here we go, guys. If you would like to view the Vaping Legion's cast from last night or yesterday or whatever, there you go. There's the link for it. And apparently, yeah, they talked about Alu, and which is a league of our own competition series, and the GSFA, which is of course the Georgia Smoke-Free Association.
There you
they
go.
talked about them on there last night. So awesome! Yay!
Yes, wonderful stuff, and we do love Alu, and those folks have been very supportive of GSFA, and so wonderful stuff. Hey, there you go. All right, well, that is all the time we have for today. It's time for Jen to get some pears. So everybody have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next time.